What's going on, Texas fan? This is another episode of Sports Social Live. I'm Lance Hayes.
And I'm Jeremy Anajula.
Let's get it. So in this episode, we are talking about the next man up mentality for the Texans. We have a lot of injuries. We're playing against the New England Patriots on a travel game. What are your thoughts about this game, dog?
Oh man, I think they're an easy enough opponent right now, especially with starting Drake May against us, and our D line is pretty much healthy and a rolling. I think we're gonna get a lot of pressure on them. But yeah, man, we're gonna test the depth of our secondary for sure with Kamari Lassiter being out. And offensively, we shouldn't need Nico against the Patriots, but I would like to see the roles that everybody fall into. Will Nico play more on the outside and Stephon stay in as a slot? Xavier Hutchinson, I'm high on him. Fast, 6'2", long arms, a Bolitnikov finalist. So he's definitely could be on the outside, but he got enough shiftiness to play the slot. So I'm just interested to see, how Slowik draw it all up offensively and how D'Amico gonna handle his personnel.
Same. This is one of those weeks where Nico Collins or Joe Mixon being out doesn't really scare me, but I want to see how well both D'Amico or Bobby, how they play or scheme this game. These are one of these games where you don't want to let down, but you want to come out healthy and safe throughout the week. So I want to see, is Bobby that dude? Show me that you that dude. Are you able to scheme without Nico, without Mixon? He was able to be successful in that second half last game, but I want to see, can he continue that? He gets too cute. He's going to have to cut out all the cuteness and just be an offensive coordinator and get us to a win. So this is going to be good to see what Bobby Slowik does this go around. So just expanding on that next man up mentality, I have the injury report scrolling across the bottom of the screen for everybody. We have some key players that are banged up. It's around the time of the season everybody gets banged up. So what are your thoughts on that injury report?
Man, I was sad to see Kamari on there for one.
Right.
Second, I was happy to see Titus Howard is back and Joe Mixon questionable.
Right.
He been talking big stuff this week, man, and it sounded like he ready to lace him up. You know what I'm saying?
He ready to put that on somebody. He might have to pop in the line and show somebody about that junior varsity. What he gonna come out there? But he's mad. He's mad.
Yeah.
I thought
but we
Landry
need
Locker.
That kind of attitude, though, man. We need that attitude. That's what push you over the edge because we putting up numbers. Right. But like on offense, we're not finishing, getting the touchdowns, and on defense, we're not getting home, getting the sacks, and getting
right. I just like that Mixon tenacity you see every time somebody makes a play, they run over to Mixon. So he got to be a dog in that locker room. And him being out, man, I want to see him come back. But honestly, do we need him? Do we need him back? We want him, but do we need him back? With Pierce coming back.
With Pierce coming back, I think that helps a lot because I do think he is a little better than Dare and Cam Akers at the moment. Even if you're looking at him last year, compared to what we getting out of the run game from those guys. But we shouldn't need Mixon. I would like him to rest up, but I also think he got to get ramped back in. He got to be on a pitch count when he do come back.
Yeah, so I say, like, I agree. Just kind of limited play action. Just get him in there. He definitely shouldn't be in there just to block. I don't think we need any of that. Him being that blocking running back, so to speak. So I'm okay with Mixon kind of taking a limited approach and kind of getting back into the swing of full gameplay. And I want to see what Dameon Pierce got. Like, hey buddy, this is for this to eat. This is for you to eat. If Mixon doesn't play, you come on now. Come on, Pierce. Like, let's see motor. I want to see motor back there, like Nico saying, come on. You talking a big game and everybody loves you. Let's go. It's a big
Yeah, and
game.
like you saying, who steps up? I think Dameon Pierce needs to step up. I think he can have a big game. And I also think Stephon Diggs, man. I think Stephon Diggs is going to use this time that Nico out to boost them stats up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think he's going to play a bigger role. People are going to see he still got some juice.
I mean, I think he got the. I'm with it. I think Bobby Slowik kind of hindered a little bit by being too cute with all the running, zigzagging in the backfield, crossing screens. If he just goes out here and does that, let's go shoot, run, and kind of get out there a little bit more, minimize the cute stuff and go at him with Diggs and take Dell, I think we got something going. I also think that Hutch is going to come out and show what he is, like you mentioned earlier. Like, I don't see Mechie being that dude, but if Mechie's activated, he's going to have to show us something too.
It's going to be an all hands on deck situation, man. Like, and then also, man, the tight ends. Dalton Schultz, man, you know, he was a big part of us making that run last year, and I would like to see him get some shine too.
I think he aside from that one fumble, I see the tight ends being a position where we can capitalize on. We have athletic, big tight ends. They can make plays. I think Stover is going to do well in the passing, at least in the passing game for us, and Schultz too. So, and then we got Quintiano back this week as well. So special teams will be shored up a little bit more. Fullback with British Brooks being out, shored up a little bit more. Tight end is a position where we can really just slowly and methodically just put this game away against the Patriots. So we have the pieces there, but that who steps up on offense will be a huge thing. But we can roll smoothly into who's going to step up on defense. Our DBs are banged up, Lassiter hurt. So what's your thoughts on who steps up on defense?
Shout out Eric Murray.
Right.
He stepped up big time for Jimmy Ward. He had a key third down pass breakup. He looks a lot more comfortable out there. He's pretty fluid. And then I know we signed a couple guys cornerback wise, but I think I would like to see, and this might be a good idea, might be a bad idea, but we run a lot of zone. Put my boy Petrie over there. You know what I'm saying? Get my boy Petrie on that outside corner, man.
I don't know if Petrie hips going a little bit. Petrie might have a scare like we did last year in the playoffs. Hey, I think Petrie good where he's at. Let Petrie cook there. I don't want none of that. I don't want Petrie out.
I think my boy can get out there, man. The way that we tough. We playing a lot of zone, and it's a rookie quarterback. Let my boy Petrie get some shine, man.
Hey, man, Petrie I think I see Petrie in a Troy Polamalu type place. Hey, come off that edge and just hounding people with those sacks and stuff like that. Come on, Petrie. I don't want him out there. Like we bring in some true corners for that. Petrie, you found a home. Stay there at Rover or whatever you want to call it, man.
This is how I look at it. Rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
A thrown together receiving corps. You know, I mean,
banged up running backs.
Stevenson that got benched. Ramondre.
That's a name right there. Ramondre Shackelford or something. It's boy, if that's not a name, that's a boy.
Look, she don't know if it was Ramon, baby, or if it was Andre, baby.
Andre. So let's put it together. I named him after you, big dog. Ramondre better not go up on us. He
was suspended. He was benched. Jared Mayo had some issues with him, and so he might not. He had a good game last week, but if the coach getting on you like that to where he ain't even want to play you for real, I don't think he's too much of a threat for us.
Man, the Patriots. You think they giving Mayo a fair shake over there? It seemed like he getting a little bit of a fair shake, but I don't know, man. Yeah,
man, I think it is hard to follow up Bill. And I think
right.
it helped that they wasn't really good when Bill left. They didn't leave him with
Yeah,
a stacked up team. So, but I really hope I do like Drake May. I'm talking trash about him being a rookie and all of that, but it's just because our front four can put so much pressure on him. I mean, and D'Amico can dial up some things. He really got into Caleb Williams stuff when we played the Bears, and so I think some of the same will happen with Drake. And I think he'll get better, but with this being with your second start, this a tough matchup for a rookie quarterback. Um,
right.
and and that's kind of why I was like, put my boy Petrie out there. But no, I think Petrie is gonna have to step up. Eric Murray is gonna have to step up on the defense. We need to get sacks. I
Right.
think we need to get home because Drake May does have some wiggle in him. And you let those guys get out the pocket and start making plays down the field with a thinned out DB corps, it can get a lot closer than we would like it to be.
Yeah, for sure,
So
for sure. I'm
we need
I'm
Will to get home.
taking a good look at this dog. Looking at that, they got their safety, Kyle Duggar. A
Yeah,
lot of they're banged up over here, but that Ramondre Stevenson is hurt for them. Kendrick Bourne, I actually like Kendrick Bourne. He actually a straight receiver to me.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. All
yeah,
right. I mean, they all right.
yeah,
He
but they
Kendrick
not no.
Bourne, you're one though.
Yeah, yeah. They're banged up all across the defense, linebackers and cornerbacks. So the Texans,
Yep. And
oh,
Jabril Peppers is out.
yeah. So I mean, they're gonna have a hard go at it, regardless of what team they played, and um, that's just kind of interesting to see, in my opinion, that how they'll be able to play that game. Ramondre being out, Ramondre, that's gonna be a thing for me. But speaking of running backs out in, we got to bring Mixon back with Mixon. Are we there? Or what's going to happen with the questions with Mixon? We hit on it a little bit earlier, but I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
Slowik is going to have to be creative in his offensive scheme. So let's just expand on this Mixon list or Mixon offense. What's your
If,
thought?
if Mixon is back, he does need to be on the pitch count. I'm
Right,
not giving him no more than 12 to 15 touches.
right,
Um, I would utilize Damian Pierce a lot more just to give him a break. But yeah, he needs to be worked back in. Soft tissue injuries, ankle injuries, those are the two things you gotta give time.
right.
If it's me, I'm sitting him out another week just to make sure. It's a high
Yeah,
ankle sprain. He cut. It's a cutback system. We want him to run as hard as possible, and we need him down the stretch because we have our bye in a couple weeks, and
right.
then we 10 games straight,
Man,
and hopefully playoff games added
I
on top of that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't see the need to necessarily rush Mixon back into the game. Like I don't see it. I
Yeah.
I I wouldn't mind it, but we go to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field coming up. So
Yep.
it's not frozen yet, but that's a tough place to play. Tough.
Still cold.
The field actually causes a lot of injuries at Lambeau Field as well. So
Yeah.
we rolling into a place where if you don't know how to play a Lambeau, which he probably Mixon does, but I'm one of these. I'd rather him be fully healthy next week when we're playing against that good that good Green Bay team versus what's going on now. The Patriots, I think we have enough or what it takes to smother them, smother them
Yeah.
off. So yeah, the Texans' schedule, man, is kind of in our favor. Actually, going down a stretch, we can kind of coast a little bit, coast but
Yeah, in
not
that
coast. You
middle,
feel
in
me?
that middle part, but like getting Mixon back, um, 2 more weeks. I don't bet either.
Yeah,
Um, and because that field is bad
right.
and it's cold.
Yeah,
But if he coming back, I think we need to ramp him up. 12 to 15 touches this game.
right.
Maybe a little more next week. Like, don't
Or
just bring him back and give him 30 carries.
Facts. Like I would be more inclined to ramp them up. Green Bay, give them the bye week off, and that means you ramp them up, go into a bye week, figure out the little ticks in the neck and whatnot, and then we go into the last part of the schedule, and we need Buddy back healthy. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I said, I will postpone this showing, but he's a dog. He wants to get out there. Dogs will be
Yeah.
dogs. But that's a roster spot we might need for special teams too. So I kind of see how it's one of those ones where we have to kind of get after it and be more creative.
Yeah.
Question: Your thoughts on kind of where you see the running backs 1, 2, 3 without Mixon. What's your take?
Damian Pierce, Dare, Cam Akers.
Right. So I'm in
Yeah.
agreement with you. I've seen people talk about having it be Pierce, Cam, Dare, but man, Dare really hasn't made mistakes. So why
And
I don't get
Dare,
it.
he got that good rapport with Stroud.
Right.
Cam Akers isn't his running ability isn't that much better than Dare.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, he's definitely them Achilles is on his head.
Hey, he a half inch from one of them things is popping, going through his body.
Yeah, like you
Man,
two Achilles injuries, I get it. Great, you back and you decent. For third, you a decent backup third down running back. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, but nah, Dare just has a relationship with Stroud, and you could tell they
Okay.
on the same page. I feel
Yeah.
like doing things with Cam and the clutch would be communication errors. You more prone to have those. Granted, he is
Agreed.
a little bit better runner than Dare, but I think
Right.
just that those reps that Dare have with Stroud makes him a little more valuable.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I don't even know if I want to. I would put Dare. Although I want to see what Pierce has, Dare kind of just leading away from me out of those guys, just because he's what have you done for me lately? Hasn't made mistakes, but Pierce historically has that step, so I can see a argument for both. Kind of one of the last things I wanted to talk about when we talked about it a little bit earlier, the O line. We always talk about our O
Mhm.
line. It's one of the most unique, mixed, malleable kind of hodgepodge of O line for a team that's supposed to be high powered. What are your thoughts on the O line? Kenyan Green questions. Titus Howard banged up. Laramie Tunsil is not a practicer. So
Yeah, yeah, he
what
getting he getting them vet days. He getting
in
them
his
vet
vet
days.
days? Hey,
Nah,
he getting
man. I'm liking. I'm hard on the offensive line, but at the same time, I can see them starting to figure it out. They not. We're not to the point yet where we can be empty backfield, let them cook. But
right.
I think they're getting the communication down. The games aren't working as easy as they once were. So they let you know that they're talking to each other. They're keeping their head up. I think downhill running is probably the best thing for us right now with the backs that we have. Because even with Damian Pierce back, he's not a zone runner. So like I
Agreed.
think kind of that power downhill blocking is going to do them some good to get into a rhythm. Yeah, Kenyan Green. Hopefully he's not out and he can play because Patterson I do like at guard, but I just like him at right guard. I don't like him on
Yeah.
that left side because that's the pressure coming right into the quarterback's blind side. And that'll get you happy feet. That pressure coming in from the left like that. So yeah, man. I think we straight right now. We're pretty solid. Just got to stay healthy and play together.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Um, I want to see how they're utilized. Like they can get that pop from the good running game. I think they're more of a running game team, more so than everybody thinks. If we
Hmm.
don't have our interior offensive linemen do struggle, and the run is the easiest thing for them. So I want to
Yeah.
see Jerry Patterson has best game of the season last game to me. So I want to see how they're able to expand on that kind of this season. So we're gonna close it out, dog. We kind of reached a little bit of a time limit. So on your final thoughts, for me, I put statement victory needed. What is your final thought for this?
Same. We need execution, baby. Flawless
I agree.
execution.
Yeah, just expand on that for a little bit, dog.
Yeah, man, we need to come out, move the ball down the field, finish in the red zone with touchdowns, no penalties, no holding calls, no false starts, just a clean game. And we can have a clean game for 4 quarters. That'll really let us know if we championship ready. I want to see what a clean game look like.
I agree. And while you were talking, I went ahead and added the kind of betting odds. So the over and under is at 37.5 against the spreads at -6.5 Texans way. So I've seen 7, 6.5. If you got 6.5, I think you go ahead and take the Texans against the spread at -6.5, and the over and under being at 37.5. I'll be honest with you, I don't foresee the Patriots scoring too much in this game, so I'm going to hit the under again this week. I'm leaning that way. We'll make our final bet predictions probably tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I'm leaning towards the under as well
So
because
what you
I think
saying?
we're gonna really move the ball and we're not gonna score. I don't think this would be the game we score 30.
No, I definitely think they're going to try to get that running game. They're going to figure something out with this run game, man.
Yeah,
They have to, honestly, for where we're at as a team, they have to. So
yeah,
this is the game to work on it. They're not going to, I don't think foresee all the trickery plays. I think it's going to be more of a power zone, power type scheme, and just try to see how they can get out there. Just work on things, and hopefully we come away healthy and should come away with the win. But in true Texans fashion, we're gonna be nervous. I feel like we're gonna be nervous at some point in this game. We ain't gonna be able to. We ain't gonna be able to chill for sure.
Right. I want to be able to keep my feet up.
I want to keep. No, I want to be like the Chiefs fans. Like I want to be like to where we know we're gonna come out here. Well, they have close games too, but
yeah, they all been close.
They all been close, 1-score games. But you know when Pat Mahomes got the ball in his hands, I feel good about CJ having the ball in his hands, but I don't feel good about somebody making a mistake.
Right.
But so that wraps it up for this show. I appreciate everybody watching. Subscribe, like, share Sports Social Live on YouTube, Sports Social TV on X or IG, and we also have a Twitter. Catch us out later at a different point in time every day. I didn't know what I just said, but salute.